I bet you're wondering why I'm doing this. And, well, why I'm even in this costume. Well, considering how long it's been a year since we first got the announcement of the cast for this, and now we finally get the teaser trailer after, obviously, the film got delayed. Most likely due to the fear of being being smashed, becoming a bomb at the box office thanks to Avatar. Well, Avatar 2, I should say. But, oh, anyway. Doesn't matter. It's time I talk about I'm going to discuss my thoughts on the recent release of today of the teaser trailer, plus a little bit of the poster of Illumination and Nintendo's Super Mario Bros. Animated movie. Also has been called the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So, well, I've waited for I'm sure a lot of people have waited for this, and well, here we go. So we finally got the trailer, and honestly, it was a pretty good teaser trailer. Honestly, I don't have any problems with it. It looks amazing. The poster also helped me out a bit with the visuals. That it looks great. I think at the very least the voice cast has been justified. I think I'm starting, after watching the trailer, I've begun to see the appeal of Chris Pratt playing Mario, and well, I guess we might as well just talk a bit about the trailer. So it looks like that it is going to be similar, that Mario comes from Brooklyn into the Mushroom Kingdom, a bit like the original movie back in the original live action movie, but at least it's not going to be a dystopian world. As for what the premise could be, outside of Mario coming in and obviously having to take on Bowser, it looks like he's on the hunt for the Power Stars. The thing is, it's not like he's not going. It doesn't look like he's going through any paintings and all like Super Mario 64, even with the penguins, him going up against the penguins in the trailer. But it looks like it might be in a bit of the way of maybe Super Mario Bros. 3, where he's collecting. He and his army are trying to steal the Power Stars from certain areas of the Mushroom Kingdom. So, because you see a King Penguin and all that, which is pretty unique for that. It looks like obviously he's got his whole entire army to help him collect the Power Stars with his Koopa Troopers and of course Kamek. I didn't see any Goombas in that. Dry Bones, we did see Dry Bones in the scene with Luigi, but it's I'm not quite so sure who else is going to be in it. But I imagine we'd see Boos and Goombas, Bullet Bills, Hammer Bros, all the at least Hammer Bros. But and Cheep Cheeps were seen in the poster but I don't know whether they're going to be enemies or not. With that said, though, Jesus, does Bowser! Oh my gosh, it shows Bowser being really powerful. And Jack Black, I mean, geez, he definitely fits that role, loud and bodacious. And it sounds like he is going to potentially have a musical number. As Jack Black sort of teased a bit of the musical side of Bowser at New York Comic Con, but I don't know what we're going to expect from that. Maybe we might hear something like a bit of hard rock or something like that. I don't know what it will be though. Now, and we see Mario arrive in the Mushroom Kingdom, astonished at what it's like, and Chris Pratt, sounds pretty convincing as Mario. For what we heard, for the 2 lines we heard of him, he sounded pretty alright. I was even more surprised with Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. I was even more so than Chris Pratt. I was more nervous about him because I didn't really see him as Toad, but geez, it actually works, honestly, surprisingly. I have no issues with that. It looks pretty. He sound again, has a bit of a fast pitch voice, but it does sound like he should be pretty good at this. judging by what Toad's character could be like. And of course, at the end, we see Luigi on his own running away from Drybones, most likely ending up in one of Bowser's castles. So it is probably going to happen that Luigi and Mario are going to get separated when they travel into the Mushroom Kingdom. So, yeah, that's one thing. Of course, we didn't see every character. We still haven't seen Peach. We haven't seen Donkey Kong, Cranky Kong. We also haven't seen Cranky Kong and Four-Man Spike. And I will admit, I'm kind of expecting another trailer to happen at the Game Awards. So, hopefully we'll hear from them too, because I know a lot of people are looking forward to hearing Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Yeah, and I think everyone's going to go. The fans are going to go create memes if he goes, "Oh, banana." Yeah, come on. But for what it was, and the visuals, oh my gosh, they look great. Illumination has this thing where a lot of their movies, I would say, especially after Despicable Me 2, have this feeling where they've sort of downgraded their animation production. I mean, their films seem to get cheaper, have cheaper budgets, and as I said, after Despicable Me 2, you can really tell this with a lot of their other films. I mean, even if they are pretty well detailed. I mean, The Grinch is probably the most detailed movie they've made, but I would say this is probably their best looking, potentially most expensive movie to date, and the most visually appealing since maybe the visually distinct since The Lorax, which, say what you want about the film, and I've got a lot of, and like everyone, I've got problems with it. It at least looked really good, and I think it still holds up pretty well. Even the Grinch 2018's Grinch movie still looks okay. As for the other actors, we obviously got to hear a few more voices in this that we didn't know were going to be in it. So the Penguin King is what I'm going to refer to him. I first thought that this was actually going to, when I heard it, that was one of Charles Martinet's cameo roles, because we do know that Martinet is going to be making a lot of different voice different cameo roles in this, and part of the fun of it, pinpointing what character he's playing, But I actually got that wrong, and I had to look it up and see it for myself. I've got the name right here. Just give me a sec. Here we go. So it's actually Kare Payton, who, if you know, obviously is the voice of Cyborg in the Teen Titans, in many Teen Titans projects. And considering that, the directors of this, Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic, are the creators of Teen Titans Go, it kind of makes sense why they brought him in on this. So yeah, that just makes so much sense, I mean, it sounds pretty serious considering he's a king and all that, trying to defend himself from the King of Koopas in Bowser. The other actor that has been confirmed to be in this is Eric Bauza, who, if many people will know, is a professional voice actor and is currently one of the main voice actors of the Looney Tunes. Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Marvin the Martian, all of them. He was obviously in Space Jam and all that. And he's playing some Koopa Troopers. We don't know how many, but we'll just have to wait and see with who his roles are for the Koopa Troopers. Again, I don't know the full of who he's playing and who of all that, but time will tell. He's also voiced other characters too. He's also voiced Stimpy. He's been in plenty of video games as well. He's been in Lego Marvel's Avengers. He's been in, a lot of Lego projects actually. He's also was Rash in the Battletoads reboot. So yeah, good to hear some people like that up here in other roles, professional voice actors in this. It's good to hear. So the other thing I also want to talk about briefly is the poster, because it does reveal interesting details as well, whether it be references and all that, and all that. But there is a few things I wanted to address. One thing is, if you notice, as I said, we've already said that Cheap Chiefs are in it, but if you notice at one point in this poster, you can see a Yoshi egg. So it's pretty much obvious, pretty much confirmed now that Yoshi's going to be in it. Whether or not he's going to be voiced by anyone, that's debatable. I mean, I would personally prefer if Yoshi didn't speak in this and just have Kazumi Tataka return to voice him like in the games. I mean, I'll talk a little bit about the composer of this after this, but yeah, I personally would hear that. In terms of other characters, I'm not going to be... I don't know who else they're going to have in it. My guess is that Toadette is could probably show up, especially if Mario enters the Mushroom Kingdom guided by Toad. So yeah, that's possible. I don't know who would play her, honestly. Maybe Tara Strong, I don't know. Potentially Toadsworth might be an option, but again, I mean, he hasn't been in the mainline series in a long time, or any Mario game in a long time. If he were in it, hopefully it's Rowan Atkinson. He's the perfect choice for Toadsworth in my view. And as for other characters, potentially maybe Bowser Jr. might be a thing as well, but again, it's hard to say. I mean, I'm not the Koopalings too, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting whether that ends up happening. But I will admit, I'm not sure if we're going to see any other characters in it. I mean, Diddy Kong might be a bit of a cute little reference maybe at the end. But I'm not sure about Daisy, Wario, Waluigi, or... I don't think Rosaline and Birdo are going to be in it. That I will admit now. So yeah, but I think we do know Yoshi's going to be in it. I'm pretty confident Toadette might show up. Bowser Jr., Diddy Kong, and Toadsworth are a bit of a stretch, but you never know. But it's going to be... Either way, I think it looks pretty good. And the other thing also, so we've got confirmation that Brian, along with having Koji Kondo, returned to help out with the film. The main composer for this is Brian Tyler, who's done a lot of who's composed many films, including the Transformers Prime, the Expendables trilogy, Iron Man 3, For the Dark World, and Avengers: Age of Ultron. And he's also scored quite a number of the Fast and Furious movies, like Tokyo Drift and Furious 7. The thing is, he's never done an animated movie, so that's going to be interesting. I mean, I think his compositions are pretty good. I mean, I liked a fair bit of the Expendables and the Furious movies. The Iron Man 3 end credit scene was actually personally one of my favorites, of his work. But it'll be interesting to see how he handles work, how he does with this. But as I said, Koji Kondo is also in it, going to be working alongside him. So it kind of gives, very. It's obvious that this is being treated very, very seriously by everyone involved in this. You can see that when Chris Meledandri, Shigeru Miyamoto, Chris Pratt, and Jack Black all spoke in the Nintendo Direct how serious and committed they are to this, and it's obvious with how much this movie is going to be very. This will be the biggest anime movie released next year, no doubt. I think this will be the highest grossing anime movie next year. I definitely agree. And if this succeeds, this could be even bigger of a success than the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. And you can't. And hopefully this doesn't get any. It will definitely be a much more enjoyable experience than the Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo movie, because at least it's more faithful to the series. And and at least the teaser trailer is giving a lot of people a lot of hope, and I'm excited for this more so than I was when things start to progress a lot further with this. I am still going to be very curious, and I know there's going to be more to be shown at a later point. As I said, most likely maybe at the Game Awards, but we potentially could hear the other see Peach, Donkey Kong, Cranky Kong, and Four Man Spike. but we won't know until we get it. But in the meantime, I love the teaser trailer. I love the new poster. They look good. It's given me a lot of confidence for this movie. And, well, I've just got to wait till April next year for this to come out. And no matter what, this is going to be a midnight release for me. I'm seeing a day when it's the first session I can find. You know, I'll be there without doubt. I mean, I was going to be there anyway, but yeah, definitely seeing a day dot. Whether or not I dress up wear this, who knows? Who knows? Maybe I even get a Luigi costume and do that, because Luigi is my favorite Mario character. But yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this little video of my thoughts on the Super Mario Bros. Movie anime movie trailer. I will get back to my reviews in my next video, but well, meantime, Hazza from Hazza Reviews is out, and I'll see you for my next video. Ciao.